Hello fellow YouTubers, back with another video. I wanted to show you some things that I had actually built. And this is a watering setup that I built for the wife. And also to keep the grandkids safe. It's got a door that opens up. There's a watering station behind it. I don't know if I can turn a little bit for you or not. The door opens up on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's a... We'll try to move this over a little bit so you all can see the, that's the watering. It's a Primo watering. It does hot water and cold water. And we got autistic grandkids, so we didn't want them getting burnt because it does have hot water. It will scald you if you push the button. And our grandkids are smart and they figure stuff out. Even though they're autistic, they're brilliant little kids. So I wanted to give you a rundown on some of the stuff I built, and we'll be out in the shop and I'll show you a bench I got out there. I just got out of the basement. I'm going to shut this. It shuts kind of hard. So here's another item I had built. It's a concealment desk, and I don't know if you can see it. Move this little llama out of the way. It's the wife's. It's got a I would move it, but she's got it all decorated. I don't want to go and get all the stuff. I'll try to move stuff out of the way here. We'll move the footstool. Hold on, Barbara. These silly dogs. So there it is. I'll back this up. You can see it. There's the feet, and that's what the front looks like. And it has, I'll show you, it has a drawer here that you can open up. And she keeps stuff in that. And if you see this trim right here, I'll point to it. This is a trim. It's got these little things. Everything I did on this was done on my oscillating sander. I sanded. It's got let me set this down. See if we can turn this a little bit. I got these little X's I built. Those were all done on my oscillating sander. If you see the little X's right here, they were all, that's all designed. I built this out of my brain. So, and if you look at the trim, like I said, the trim right here is the concealment drawer. It's hidden by trim. It looks just like the trim. You can't tell. If you look at it, you wouldn't even know. And it shuts all on its own. I built that a couple years ago.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
For a customer, and then he decided he didn't have the money at the time, and he said that he was going to.
Papa, that's upside down.
What is?
That
Oh, okay. So,
like that.
all right, and we'll push stuff back because the wife will have a fit if I tear up her front room. So let's get that. We'll put that back. I need to put the footstool back, Barbara. Let me put stuff back the way she had it, because she'll clobber me if I don't. No, I'm just kidding. So we're going in my shop now. So, and you can see the bench I built. So this is a bench I built a couple years ago. See if you can get an idea. It's all hand. This is all. So I watched a video on this, and yeah, there's my granddaughter sitting on the bench. I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. We'll get the feet back on it, and we'll get this going. Lift these out. Why is that not open? There we go. So you can see what we're doing here, and I'll get. Sorry guys, you're moving stuff around here. I'll move this up, we'll loosen this, and this will come up so you can, she's waving. That's my granddaughter. That's Braylon. I started another video and something happened when my video got reversed. I've never seen that happen, but I wanted to do another video, and so you can, so what I want to talk about is, you know, the things that I've made and done, and give you an idea of some of the stuff I can build and do, and I can do more than that. And there's old Braylon on our bench. I mean, it's a nice little bench. It came out nice. I'm pretty proud of it. It's a few years after watching Matt's videos and learning, and just follow along with him. And I had my when I get everything done, I have another computer out here where I can watch some of his videos. I always watch his videos while I was woodworking to get an idea, and I could go through his videos and stop it, and this part, and then I'll put my own twist on them. I don't like stealing somebody else. I feel like I'm taking their idea, and I just I want to put my own twist on it, so it actually is mine. And but he gives you the general idea, and then you can go from there. But love the guy. He's a good Christian man. He's like, I always try to shout out to him. He's been my inspiration, and him and Bourbon Moss, another one. But I watch a lot more Matt's, and not that I love both the guys or Matt's. I just have Matt's my pick. I hate doing that, but I just love watching Matt's videos. He's a good Christian man. Love him. He's got me to where I watch more of his videos because I don't do much. I don't really into the cabinetry work thing yet. Maybe down the road, but I watch more of mainly Matt's videos. But not that I don't like the other guy. He's funny. I like watching his videos. Good guy. Bourbon Boss, awesome. Give him a shout out. I learned some things from him as well, and I dig him too. So, but. I always want to give those guys a shout out. They've been an inspiration to me and my journey in woodworking. And I look at what I started and to now, it's just night and day difference. And like I said, I wanted to basically get out there and give you guys another video, more content. We're going to go where the action is. I know things bounce around a lot, and I try to keep everything straight as I can. But I'm going to start putting video 1, video 2, or whatever. This is part 2. Part 4. That way, he's going back to that. We'll get to watch that again, and he'll finish that project. We'll go on to the next one. If another project started, we'll work on that, and part 1, part 2, and that way I'm not on here for hours and hours. And I always want to mention, if it wasn't for the Lord, I wouldn't be where I'm at either. He gives you the brains to do what you need to do. And
you're supposed to be working on that cross that river broke.
I will get to that, honey. It's going to be, that one's a rough one. But, I always say that when we, for the Lord, doing what we need to do, and staying on that path, the windy road to heaven and the straight and narrow path to hell, nobody wants that. And heaven and hell is real, man. There's a Lord and there's a devil. We deal with good Christians, like us and all. God never said it was going to be an easy road, and you're going to have spiritual warfare, and you're going to be attacked. And I love the Lord now. He gave up his son, man. Can imagine giving your son up, saying, here, beat him half to death, and then hang him on a cross until he dies. And he did that for us, and the love he had for us. And it's a debt actually he paid, he didn't have to, but he did it for us so we could go to heaven, man. That's our choice. And a lot of people want, it is what it is. God gave us free will. So if you want to love the Lord, you love the Lord. All he asks is for your love in return and to abide by his commandments. And that ain't asking much, and to give everything he gave for us. I'm willing to give everything I can for the Lord. I wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't have all these things. These are material things anyway. When you die, they're not going with you. You're only going to have them till you're here. Yeah, are they nice to have? You could do things you need to do. Yeah, I wouldn't have all this without him, So when it comes to giving for the Lord, I'm going to give everything I can. Your tithes. I'll tell you a little bit of a story. We start tithing, and the pastor's right. He'll open up the floodgates, and we've gotten a lot of blessings. Things out of nowhere. We ended up, a $2,000 check came in the mail. I don't know what it was for, how, why. It just showed up one day, and I don't remember what it was for, but we were able to use it. And it's a blessing. Bills were paid. We don't even know how some of our bills were paid. It's like, how did these get paid? There you go. Good Lord above. He will take care of his people. Believe that. I always tell a friend of mine, he's kind of struggles, he's kind of more atheism than, anything, and trying to get him to understand, and I love him to death, and it's like, dude, I just want you to go to heaven with me. I want to see you one day, dude. And we used to play chess. I remember one time I was playing chess, back then, I bet him $20, I beat him, and shit, that's gambling's not really good. So I don't know if it's a sin per se, but I think if God wants you to use your money in a good way, not squander it and all that. And I said, well, I never bet money unless it's a sure thing. I won't lose. And I checkmated him. He got mad, ripped my board out, threw $20 at me, and came back next day. And here's your new board. And like I said, I don't bet on anything unless it's true and real. And that I'll bet on my Lord 1,000 times. You know, He's real and He's out there. I've seen too many miracles. I've seen too many blessings. Things that has happened, man, that shouldn't have happened. That, you know, God, that was spiritual intervened, and that was heaven inspired. I mean, it's just not possible to prove certain things, and that's the Lord, man. That's the Lord for you. But anyway, like I said, I wanted to give you guys a little shout out, and you know, and we always talk about different things, and I'm where the action is. Wherever we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be doing it. And like I said, we bounce around a little bit, but I'll get back to the videos. I'll put part 1, part 2, so you guys know, hey, he's back on that video. We're doing this now, and I like to keep it natural. I had a buddy. I was playing a game, Arc Raiders online. I game every now and then. I don't have a lot of time for it, but I'm a MMO gamer. I've MMO'd for about 12, 15 years, maybe more, who knows. I played Warcraft when it came out.
That's nice.
Honey, don't mess with my camera, honey. Quit doing that in my videos. So anyway, yeah, my granddaughter's playing around with the camera and trying to keep it focused. So anyway, I did that for a lot of years, which I was a big gamer for a while, and I kind of got out of it. I love doing stuff with my hands. I love watching a piece of furniture take shape, man. It's like watching a child be born. It's beautiful. Start out as nothing, a piece of board, and it becomes something beautiful. Bray, honey, stop messing with the camera. And anyway, I just love it. Watching it take shape, watching it be formed, watching what your mind has come up with and what you built and the outcome, what is here after it's built, you know. And it's just neat to see it. You know, I just love watching furniture take shape and be formed and built, and what it becomes and what your mind does with it. And that's why I like doing stuff on the fly, because I look at stuff. I'll take something I see online. I was like, well, I'll tweak it, give it my own twist. RushWorx WoodWorx twist, only place to get it. But you know, I like just those kind of things, tweaking it, making it your own. You know, get an idea, your base idea, and then go from there. And like I said, the action is where the action is. We're gonna, you know, and I know I want to focus mainly on woodworking, but I like to get out there and just talk about different things, and you know, knowing me as a person and who I am, and learning you're a YouTuber here. And I try to be good to everyone. Like I said, you need a shirt off my back, it's yours. You know, if anything I can do to help, I'm not rich, but you know, if you're hungry, you need a meal, I'll feed you. You know, if you need a couple dollars for whatever, you know, here you go. I don't mind at all. You know, God says always look out for your people, and that's what I'm going to do. And we got a good church. I love our church, and we haven't went for a couple Sundays, and I hate missing church. It just drives me crazy. And my wife has a fibromyalgia. It's a muscle disease, and the air conditioner in our main auditorium's out. They're working on getting it fixed, and my wife can't sit on metal chairs. She's already having hip and leg problems. She's having one of them flare things again, and there's times that I have to take care of her. I help her out of a chair, help her to the bathroom. She can barely walk. It's sad. It breaks my heart. I love her. She's got heart failure on top of it. Strong woman. She puts up with it every day. She carries on, takes care of these grandkids. Like I said, my wife, she's my best friend in the whole world, and I love her, and we've come a long ways. I talked in my video, you know, how things went, how we came a long ways. And we actually, I didn't mention in part of it, we've been married now going on 3 years. And we got married, we were together for 10. The sad part is my dad stayed with me, and living with me. I took care of my dad because he had heart problems. I just didn't want him to live miles away from me, and he was getting up there in age, and I wanted to be able to, and she sat out there day in and day out for over 5 years and kept an eye on him. She'd get up every morning and early in the morning and look after him and just sat with him and make sure he was okay, and got him coffee if he needed it. And they talked, and my dad, he said it was like having a daughter he never had. And he just loved her, and she loved him, and she was heartbroken. And she didn't have a good relationship with her parents either, and my parents kind of adopted her and loved her. And my mom wasn't. My dad loved her to pieces. My mom, they were a little shaky at times, but mom loved her in her own way. And my mom was, I don't know, mom was mom. Yeah, mom had her own way of doing things, the same things, and she liked who she liked. And toward the end, they got really close, but at first it was rough, and she wasn't sure. Didn't like the way she thought Jules didn't always treat me, but Jules has always treated me good, always taken care of me. That girl's done more for me than I've done, to be honest, than I've done for her. She's had my back more times than I've hers, and I feel bad saying that, but I get caught up in things and and I need to focus on her more than I do. And there's times that I feel like she sits on the fence at times with me, because I'm right, man. I'm always into something. I'm always doing something. So, but I made a pact here recently. I'm going to start doing more hanging out with her and spending more time with her. And I will get these videos out here and things, like I said. And we're going to have plenty more videos. And she looks after the little ones. And so around 10 o'clock, I get my grandson up and about. We feed him, get him changed, and we do all that stuff, stuff you're supposed to do. That's what you do. And I don't want to be too much long, because I got to get him here in a few minutes. And I just wanted to give you a video out there, another shout out. And we're going to be working on my brother's project. He saw the legs. I did just the legs. He said, wow, that looks beautiful. So, and I wanted to show you some things I've done. I hadn't had the chance. I got a big hutch out there, and that I've done, a karaoke hutch, whatever you want to call it. I did the twisty legs on it, and it's 3 layers. Let's see, it's got the bottom part of it is considered the bottom shelf. Then you got 2 other shelves on top, so it's about a 3-layered shelf. It's got doors, magnetic doors that open and close. That one I was a little off on, guys. I'll tell you, you can see a little bit where my doors didn't match up 100%. It's not a big deal. Opens and closes. She loved it. Still turned out good. Still beautiful, and all. But like I said, man, my biggest thing I always want to mention is I wouldn't have all this went for my Lord. And remember, guys, it's a windy road. God never said it was going to be an easy path. When you're a Christian, you got spiritual warfare. You got the devil attacking you. You got temptations of the flesh, the devil, and the world. You can't live with those anymore. Once you dedicate your life to the Lord, you got to live for the Lord. You can't live by the world or worldly things. They're going to go away. Material things, the flesh is a sinful, wicked thing, man. It's always a battle with the flesh. What your eyes see and the things you think, you can commit sins to those. Just always remember, in the long run, the path is windy and twisty, and it's a hard road to get to heaven. And sad thing, not everybody gets to heaven. I'm trying my best. I'm hoping I'm doing everything I need to do to get there, and I'm willing to fight to claw my way to heaven if I have to, and the road to hell is a straight path. So as long as you don't continue that straight path, take jogs and turns and twists, you're getting to heaven. Love the Lord, do what you can, and I'm trying to think of what it is for our church. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of beliefs out there, and I don't like discussing saying once saved, always saved. And there's, backsliding. Some believe that you can lose your faith, but my thing is with the Lord, and I'm going to be honest, God's not an ending giver, and I think you can rededicate your life and get back in His limelight. But that's what I believe in my heart and stuff, and total dedication to the Lord and total sanctification, and I believe in that too. I think it all relates. So it's the only thing different. I love my new church. I was originally Baptist. We believe once saved, always saved, and I love my new church. And nothing. That's a hard one to kind of relate to. It's I just believe once saved, always saved. That's the only difference in my church that a Baptist church. But I like to say I'm a Baptist Nazarene, but I love that little church. They teach honest Christian beliefs, and I love them, and they're awesome. And I'm going to continue to be there. That's where the Lord chose for me to be. That's where I'm going to be. Good godly Pastor Shane. We love our pastor. He's phenomenal, awesome pastor. Couldn't ask for a better pastor. And like I said, I follow I dedicated to them. Now I'm a member, so I try to follow in their beliefs and everything. It ain't much different from what I came from. It's pretty much the same Bibles and teachings, and it's good, honest Christian beliefs, and that's what I love. And he's a down-to-earth pastor. He puts his pants on the same way you do and we do. So, and he's humble, and we just love him. He's awesome, phenomenal. Shout out, Pastor Shane. We love you. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a video out there, and and we don't want to forget little Jen. We love you too, sweetie. You're phenomenal too. You're funny. I'll tell you what, you couldn't be sad around his wife. She is the funniest person. She will have you rolling. She gets me. I can't even get around her 5 minutes. I'm rolling. And she's pretty hyper little gal. She's like bounces around a lot too. We just love her. Jules, me, and our family love her. She's just phenomenal too. Couldn't, like I said, those folks, they're so loving and caring. They'll bend over backwards to do for you. That church, it's like God knew where to send us and knew the church we need to be in, and just, that's where we're at. That's where we're staying. And there's times I think about seeing my other church a few times here or there, but it's just, I've been with them now. I think we've been there 3 years, and it's just, I want to see it grow. I want to bring others there, lead others to the Lord. I've led, a few people to the Lord, and it's just, there's nothing more beautiful and touching than, leading somebody to the Lord and dedicating their life to the Lord. That feeling too is phenomenal. And I just, like I said, the more I want to see everybody go, it breaks my heart to see somebody die lost, that I can't, that I talk to, and I try to lead them in the right direction, lead them to the Lord. Like I said, sometimes you just got to let God take over and put it in his hands, and he'll send, maybe somebody will come along that something I can't do that maybe they can. You never know. God has the people for the right job. God, he's perfect. He knows everything. He knows every hair in your head. How many hairs are in your head? He knows your name before your name was given. He knew where you were coming for. You did, when you were going to be born. I mean, all that stuff. But like I said, I just wanted to give a shout out, and I wanted another little thing, teaching my little 8-year-old granddaughter here, Braylon, to cook. And safety always, and I told her, I always want you to be safe. And this is hot water. It boils, it pops, it grease. Those kind of things will burn you and scald you, honey. I always want you to be careful and be safe. I try to stand with her and do a lot of it, but I'm trying to get her to, I always feel teaching her hands-on, she's going to learn the ins and outs. I don't want her to get burnt. God forbid she get burnt or hurt. But she's a very intelligent little girl, and you show that little girl, and she's smart as a whip, boom, she's got it. She teaches me, she goes, don't mess up my corn, Papa. I make better corn than you, She might, who knows? I've taught her pretty good. And she goes, you taught me this, Papa. I know how to do it. So anyway, hey, you want to come over here, Braylon? Come here. See my little beautiful granddaughter, how smart she is, and she's my new little cook of the house. She'll make me stuff now and bring it to me. It's so cute. And this is Braylon, my little granddaughter, Braylon. Here she is. She's got a nickname. I love her to pieces. She's my baby. We call her Baby Fish. That's her nickname, because she loves to go fishing. But so we made a big meal last night. We made Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, homemade gravy, creamed corn, and she makes a garlic butter noodle she made night before. We just kind of reheated it and used it, and we had my daughter and her husband over for supper. She wanted to impress her parents, and they came and ate with us, and man, it was magnificent. I tore it up. I made the gravy because she don't know how that's pretty complex right now. It's a bacon gravy. It was my granny's recipe. She uses a bacon grease, and oh my goodness, that stuff should be its own food group. Huh? I know. I'm getting ready to call this one. But anyway, just want to give you a shout out there and let you know what she was doing. And that's Braylon. She's going back inside, and I'll be in a minute. We're gonna come this to a close, and like I said, I like to talk about different things. We have some fun times, and like I said, she's getting really good, and I worked with her and showing her, and she's learning spices and how to add this and what ingredients and how long to cook it and when it boils, and she's learning all that. I showed her how to operate the oven yesterday. I said, you want to preheat it, honey, then you open it up, put them on the bottom tray. Don't touch any metal stuff, get burnt. Just lay it in there, you'll be good. Close the drawer, it'll do its thing. And showed her how to, we got our glass top electric stove. It's really nice. It's a LG, but it's got safety things. Take the pan off. I think it shuts off. It's really nice stove. So she's got safety precautions there. I always want her all to be safe. And like I usually stand in there with her, unless it's if it's complex like that big dinner. I wasn't gonna leave her. No, not on her first try. But she did phenomenal. She great. The food was great, and I'm not. I gobbled it up. It was yummy. I couldn't say nothing more. It was yummy. So she did a really good job seasoning and doing everything.
My dad ate more corn.
And her dad, she said, my dad had extra corn. But all right, guys. Love you all. Always, God bless you. Always be safe. Plenty of blessings till the next video. Take care.